Good evening, students. Welcome to Jatadhara Educational Technology, and these are the free online coaching for SSC Polycet Tsrjc 2025. Right now, in this class, we will be doing biology section. All right, this is our bio session, and in bio session, what topic will be there? Our today's topic is excretion. Okay, students, we will do a quick revision of the important points. Okay, and then we will do few questions also. So be very attentive, and yes, always write your answers and queries in the chat box. Chat box is open for you all. Okay, let's start the session. See, life. How is life? How does life goes on? What is the process? There are metabolic processes, and when metabolic processes are being conducted, there are two things. Useful substances and energy is produced. Apart from that, waste is also produced, right? Which is not useful for our body, right? That is known as waste. Useful substances are used for what? Growth of body and survival. And waste, it has to be removed out from the body, right? Why it has to be removed? Because it increases the concentration of water, ionic imbalance, right? It just disturbs. That is why. Okay. So metabolic activities goes on. They sometimes form nitrogenous waste that has to be removed. Along with that, there are excessive salts, excessive water in our body that also needs to be removed, right? So, what is the excretion? Excretion is generally the biological process involved in separation and removal of waste, both, okay, of non-useful products from the body. Okay. First, non-useful products will be separated from the body, from the useful ones, and then they will be removed by the body. Understood? That process is known as excretion. It is a biological process. See, there are many kind of substances in our body, and test is being conducted. This is a this is from biochemistry. This is the test of urine sample, right? In your urine sample, urine is a waste, you all know, right? So what is there? This has to be there. Glucose fasting, glucose is there, potassium, sodium, chloride, urea, creatinine, phosphorus, calcium. There are so many things, right? But there is an adequate amount that our body needs. You can see the range is mentioned over here. If there are any number which is increasing out from this range, that is waste for our body. If that waste will not be removed, what will happen? It will create imbalance. It will create malfunctioning of the body, right? So that is needed to be removed from the body. That is why excretion plays a very important role in our body. Understood? These are the urine samples and the results. What happened? What do we do when we conduct the test? We conduct test for 24 hours for protein and creatinine, calcium, phosphorus, and uric acid. All this, what happens? We observe the sample for 24 hours. All right, and then we find out the result. Ranges is written. It is 90. How much protein should be there? It should be less than 100 mg. Okay, it is 90, it means it's fine. And this is mg per day, means in one unit, in one day, this much should be there. Okay, in the amount of urine. So this is the thing. Creatinine amount should be 2 point, it is 2.7, right? But how much it should be? 1 to 2. It means creatinine is higher. Again, calcium 305 mg, it should be there. It should be up to 200. This is again a red one, right? It has been increased. You can see phosphorus. It should be up to 1 gram. It is 0.8, then it is fine. Uric acid 800. It should be up to 600. This is how we calculate the samples, right? Then electrolyte test is also there. See, sodium, potassium, these all are electrolytes, right? They are found in our body in the form of ions. You all know. So here sodium is 140. It should be between 125 to 250. It's fine. Potassium 50. It should be, this is also fine. 25 to 100. The range is given how much it should be present and how much is present in the test sample that we have taken. Both is given. So anything beyond the range, that is not acceptable and that has to be excreted. For this, what has happened? Nature has created an excellent system which is known as excretory system. It is there in plants also, in animals also, in human beings also. Okay, so we will be doing here in the human beings. In human beings, excretion mainly occurs through a urinary or excretory system. Okay, and what happens? It consists of a pair of kidneys, a pair of ureters, urinary bladder, and urethra. These are the organs part of urinary system: kidneys, ureters, bladder, and urethra. Okay, how it goes on, that we will discuss. Internal structure of the kidney. When you observe the picture of a kidney, or let's say if you have ever seen the kidney of a chicken, or you can consider of a goat also, right? So when you will dissect that kidney, you will see there are two regions. One is dark colored region, one is light colored region, right? The outer dark colored region is known as cortex, and the pale inner zone is called as medulla. Okay. Each kidney is, more than 1 million. In that kidney, there are approximately more than 1 million microscopic thin tubular structures, functional units. Okay, tubular functional units, and they are known as nephrons or urinary ferrous tubules. Okay, inside the kidney, they are embedded. Okay, see, this is the structure of nephron. This one. This is the structure of nephron. Okay. Structure of nephron, what is there? There is a Bowman's capsule, or this is known as Malpighian body. Okay, Malpighian body is there. It is a cup-like structure. Okay, it is a blind cup shape, a broader end of nephron called as Bowman's capsule. And what is there in the Bowman's capsule? There are lots of capillaries, as you can see. Right, blood capillaries are there. These blood capillaries inside the nephrons are known as glomerulus. Okay, and from this, one artery ascends out. That is known as efferent artery. Okay, what is the function of the efferent artery? The function of efferent artery, that it contains the oxygenated blood along with the waste materials. Okay, it takes in to this. This is the efferent artery. From here, it is going on. This is the efferent artery. It is entering the nephron, or you can say Bowman's capsule. Okay, and there is a capillary network over there. What happens? Diffusion of blood takes place, and after that diffusion, what happens? This uh, artery ascends out. That is known as efferent artery. Okay, which has narrower lumen. Okay, okay. This only, what happens? This efferent artery is of narrow lumen and efferent is having a wider lumen in comparison, due to which what happens, an external pressure is inbuilt, and due to this pressure what happens, that glomerulus, it absorbs the nutrients. Understood? This is how it goes on. Because of the narrower outlet, efferent arteriole, pressure exerts in the glomerulus. It functions as the filtration unit. Bowman's capsule, which accommodates one glomerulus, is lined by a single layer of squamous epithelium cells known as podocyte cells. These are fine pores which helps in the absorption of the necessary materials. Okay? Just a second. Okay. and they only allow the passage of the materials filtered out of glomerulus. Renal tubule. After that, you can see that this is known as renal tubule. It is going on. No? These are the renal tubules. In the diagram, you can see the tube-like structures which are coming out. This is the renal tubule. This is highly coiled. This is known as PCT, proximal convoluted tubule. Then this is loop of Henle, that is U-shaped one. After that, we have DCT. Okay, distal convoluted tubule. All these three tubules have their functions. Okay, we will study one by one. See, renal tubule, it has three parts. I told you. PCT, that is proximal convoluted tubule, then loop of Henle, and DCT, distal convoluted tubule. That enters into again a small duct or a tubule known as collecting tubule. Understood? All the parts of the renal tubule are surrounded by a network of peritubular capillaries formed from efferent arteriole. Okay. And the peritubular capillaries, they join the renal venule. Okay. They join the renal venule. What is the mechanism of urine formation? First step is glomerulus filtration. Okay, the blood which flows into the glomerulus, it is filtered under high pressure. Okay, as a result of what, waste materials along with some water and useful substances are filtered out, because they have that two types of capillary was there, na, which was exerting pressure in it, and due to which some filtrate was oozing out. Right. This filtrate enters the Bowman's capsule, and this is known as glomerular filtration, or you can say primary urine. After this, the primary urine, it enters the to the DCT. No, not DCT, PCT, where what happens? Tubular reabsorption happens. Primary urine, which is formed in the glomerulus, is almost equal to blood in chemical composition, except the presence of blood cells. Okay? It is not having only the blood cells, but other important materials, ions are there which are necessary for the body. Now, these peritubular capillaries, which were present around the Henle loop, they reabsorb all the essential materials. Okay? And exerts pressure, excess water present in the primary urine. Whatever extra water was moving out of the body, it absorbs, reabsorbs. Then tubular secretion happens. After reabsorption of essential substances, water urine travels through the loop of Henle. Okay, it will travel, and from the peritubular capillaries present around the loop of Henle, waste materials left unfiltered in the blood during glomerulus filtration are secreted into the loop of Henle. Waste materials that were left unfiltered, they will be secreted in the loop of Henle. Then what will happen? Formation of concentrated urine. Urine that reaches into the collecting tubule from the loop of Henle is further concentrated in the presence of hormone known as vasopressin. Deficiency of vasopressin causes dilution, okay, or dilute urination, called diabetes insipidus. Ureters, they are a pair of whitish, narrow, distensible and muscular tubules of approximately 30 centimeter length. They arise from helix of the kidney. It moves downwards and obliquely opens into the urinary bladder. Okay, ureter carries urine from the kidney to the urinary bladder, and the movement of urine in the ureter is through peristalsis. Okay, micturition, micturition is the process of urination. Okay, what happens? The urine is temporarily stored in the bladder. After that, what happens? There are two sets of sphincter muscles in the bladder. When the bladder is filled up, the muscles, they constrict. Okay, and the exit is closed. However, when the bladder starts filling up, it increases the pressure on the bladder and stretches. And this triggers off an automatic reflex action which causes sphincter to relax. Okay, but lower sphincter is under the control of the brain. Understood? Control of urination is not possessed by very young children, but is gradually learned. Okay, you can see, you must have seen young children, they are not able to hold their urine for a longer period of time, or they don't know how to, but by the time passes they learn this thing, right? Urge of micturition occurs when urinary bladder is filled with 300 to 400 ml of urine. Okay, then your brain starts getting the message that you need to empty your bladder. Right? Urine can be retained in the urinary bladder till it gets the maximum capacity of 700 to 800 ml. Okay, this is the maximum capacity of your bladders. Total amount of urine exerted per day, excreted per day is about 1.6 to 1.8 ml. 1.8 liters, not ml. It is liters. And the quantity increases with larger intake of fluids like water, fruit juices. Okay, and if you will take lesser water, you will drink less water, less fluids, then this will decrease also. Composition of urine. What is there in the urine? Urine contains 96% of water. Apart from that, 2.5% of organic substances like urea, uric acid, creatinine, right? Water soluble vitamins are there, hormones are there, oxalates are also there. Okay, and some inorganic ions are there, solutes are there, that is sodium, chloride, phosphate, sulfate, magnesium, calcium. Okay, another important point you need to notice that the pH of urine is 6. Okay, it is acidic in nature. What happens if both okay, this was about the kidneys and urine, right? Now, what happens if the kidneys fail? Till now, blood was filtered by the kidney and urine formation was taking place. But what if the kidneys fail? See, complete and irreversible kidney failure is called end stage renal disease, that is ESRD. This condition is known as uremia, means complete kidney failure. Okay, you must have heard about people who are on dialysis, right? So artificial blood filtration is given to them by the doctors. It is a medical treatment till they do not get any donor, right? All right, students. So these were the very important points that we have discussed in this class. Please make sure that you all are making a note of these. All right. Now let's move to the questions. First question. The excretory unit in the human excretory system. And your options are number 1, neuron, number 2, nephron, number 3, nephridia, number 4, flame cells. Come on, students. I'll reveal the answers very fast. Okay, make sure you all are answering correctly. Alright, the correct answer for this question will be option 2, nephron. Okay, those who have opted option 2, they are right. Next question. The excretory organ in cockroach. Okay, what is the excretory organ in cockroach? And your options are number 1, Malpighian tubule, number 2, rapids, number 3, ureters, or number 4, nephridia. We are talking about cockroaches, students. So the correct answer will be Malpighian tubules. Okay. They do not have, you can say, kidneys well developed, but they have Malpighian tubules. Next question. Which of the following is the correct path taken by urine in our body? I want all of you to answer this question correctly. Okay, because we have discussed this right away. First option is kidneys, then ureters, then urethra, and then bladder. Second option is kidney, ureters, bladder, and then urethra. Third option is kidney, bladder, urethra, and ureters. Last option is kidney, bladder, ureters, and then urethra. Which is the correct path for the formation of urine in our body? All right, students, I can see many mixed responses over here. So the correct answer for this question will be option 2. First, kidney. Okay, blood is filtered out and urine is formed. Then it is carried to the bladder by urethra. Okay, so urethra first, urethra is carrying the bladder, sorry, urine to the bladder, and from the bladder it is passing out through urethra. So option 2 is the right answer. Next question. Malpighian tubules are excretory organs in, and your options are number 1, earthworm, number 2, housefly, number 3, flatworm, number 4, hen. Which one will be the right answer? Malpighian tubules are excretory organs in earthworm, housefly, flatworm, or hen. Quickly answer the question, students. Excellent, excellent. I can see many responses. At least you all are responding. That is very good. The correct answer for this question is option 2, housefly. Okay, those who have opted option 2, they all are right. Next question. Major component of urine is. Okay, and your options are number 1, urea, number 2, sodium, number 3, water, number 4, protein. Major component. Urea, sodium, water, or protein. All right, those who have opted option 3, water, they all are correct. We all know water is the main component of urine, right? Next, special excretory organs are absent in. And your options are number 1, birds, number 2, amoeba, number 3, sponges, number 4, 1 and 2 both, means birds and amoeba both. Special excretory organs are absent in birds, amoeba, sponges, or birds and amoeba both. All right, students, the correct answer for this question will be option 2, amoeba. Okay, amoeba is the right answer. Next question. Which of the following hormone has direct impact on urination? And your options are number 1, adrenal, number 2, vasopressin, number 3, FSH, that is follicular stimulating hormone, or number 4, estrogen. This we have discussed in the class itself, right? Yes, the correct answer will be option 2, vasopressin. Okay, those who have opted option 2, they all are right. Next question. Amber color urine. Amber color to urine is due to. And your options are number 1, urochrome, number 2, bilirubin, number 3, biliverdin, number 4, chlorides. Amber color to urine is due to urochrome, bilirubin, biliverdin, or chlorides. All right, students, let's reveal the answer. So the answer for this question is number one, urochrome. Okay, number one is the right answer, urochrome. All right, next question. Sequence of urine formation in nephron is, and your options are number one, glomerular filtration, tubular reabsorption, and then tubular secretion. Number two, tubular reabsorption, tubular secretion, glomerular filtration. Then we have tubular secretion, glomerular filtration, tubular reabsorption. And at last we have tubular reabsorption, concentration of urine, and then tubular secretion. So what is the right path for the formation of urine? Quickly tell me. Let me see how many of you are attentive in the class. Just now we have discussed this, na? All right, let's reveal the correct answer. I can see many of you have answered. Okay, so the filtration always starts from glomerular, right? So the first answer, that is the correct answer, will be option number one. Glomerular filtration, then tubular reabsorption, then tubular secretion. Okay, so number one is the right answer. All right, students. Next question. Most glucose molecules are reabsorbed in the, and your options are number one, proximal convoluted tubule, number two, distal convoluted tubule, number three, collecting ducts, number four, loop of Henle. What will be the right option? Please pick up the right option, students. All right. The correct answer for this question is option number one. Okay, proximal convoluted tubule is the right answer. Most glucose molecules are reabsorbed in the PCT. Okay, PCT of the nephrons. Next question. All of the following belong to the urinary system except, and your options are number one, urethra, number two, ureter, number three, bladder, number four, prostate. All of the following belong to the urinary system except urethra, ureter, bladder, or prostate. What was the right answer? We have discussed this, right? And the correct answer for this question will be option 4, prostate. Okay, those who have opted option 4, they all are right. Rest all are the parts of the urinary system only. Next question. The kidneys regulate blood volume, control blood pressure, and control pH. All the above. Which one is the right fit? Which option is the right fit, students? The kidneys regulate blood volume, control blood pressure, control pH, or all the above. Well done, students. The correct answer is option 4, all the above. Very well done. Those who have opted option 4, they all are correct. Keep answering like this. You all are doing great, students. I cannot take the name of all the students. That's why I'm avoiding. But yes, it's very impressive to see at least you all are interacting. Next question. Dark colored outer zone of the kidney is called. Okay, and your options are number one, cortex, number two, medulla, number three, pyramid, Number 4, calluses. We are talking about dark colored outer zone of the kidney. Is it cortex, medulla, pyramid, or calluses? All right, the correct answer is option number 1, cortex. Okay, those who have selected cortex, they all are correct. Next question. The most poisonous of all waste products of metabolism is, and your options are number 1, urea, number 2, uric acid, number 3, ammonia, number 4, biliverdin. Most poisonous waste of all the products of metabolism is urea, uric acid, ammonia, or biliverdin. The correct answer for this question is option 3, ammonia. Okay. Those who have selected option 3, they're right. Next question. After having lunch or dinner, one can feel to pass urine because of dash. And your options are number 1, stomach pressure on a bladder. Number 2, solid becomes liquid. Number 3, water content in food material. Number 4, sphincter relaxation. Use your logics to answer this question. What could be the right answer? This is quite logical question and I hope you all will answer correctly. We'll reveal the answer within few seconds, students. Till then, you all keep answering. All right, students, the correct answer for this question is water content in food material. Okay. Those who have opted option 3, they all are correct. Next question, part of the nephron that exists. Mm-mm. All right. Part of the nephron that exists in outer zone of kidney. Your options are number 1, loop of Henle, number 2, PCT, number 3, DCT, or number 4, Bowman's capsule. Come on, students. Quickly answer the question. All right, your time is up. The correct answer is option 1, loop of Henle. Okay. Next question. Which of the following substances can be eliminated from blood by tubular secretion? And your options are number 1, potassium ion, number 2, hydrogen ions, number 3, ammonium ions, or number 4, all of the above. Which of the following substances can be eliminated from blood by tubular secretion? Sorry, students. Yes, the right answer for this question is all the above. Okay, those who have selected option 4, they all are correct. Moving to the next question. The structure that connects the kidney to the urinary bladder is. And your options are number 1, ureter, number 2, urethra, number 3, pelvis, number 4, collecting duct. Hurry up, students. I'm waiting for your answers. All right, time is up, and the correct answer for this question is ureter. Okay, ureter connects kidney to urinary bladder. It is the only tubule that also carries the urine, right? Next question. Urine is expelled from the urinary bladder by, and your options are number one, excretion, number two, defecation, number three, micturition, or number four, filtration. The process of expelling urine from the urinary bladder. Question can be asked like this also. What will be excretion, defecation, micturition, or filtration? Yes, students, the correct answer will be option 3, micturition. Okay? Next, all the following are principal solutes of urine except, and your options are number 1, urea, number 2, creatinine, number 3, glycogen, number 4, uric acid. All the following are principal solutes of urine except urea, creatinine, glycogen, or uric acid. The correct answer for this question is option 3, glycogen. Okay, those who have selected option 3, they are right. Next question. Which of the following hormones increase reabsorption in the collecting tubules or collecting ducts? Okay. Your options are number 1, renin, number 2, vasopressin, number 3, aldosterone, number 4, insulin. Quickly write your answers in the chat box. Alright, students, your time is up. The correct answer for this question is vasopressin. Next question. The primary function of the ascending loop of Henle in the kidney. Your options are number 1, the active absorption of sodium, the active absorption of chloride ions, the passive reabsorption of potassium, passive reabsorption of urea. What will be the right answer? Primary function of ascending loop of Henle in the kidney. The active absorption of sodium, the active absorption of chloride ion, the passive reabsorption of potassium, or the passive reabsorption of urea. What will be the right answer, students? The correct answer for this question is the active absorption of sodium. Next question. The tube that discharges urine from the body is the collecting tubule, ureter, urethra, or bladder. Yes, students, the correct answer for this question is option 3, urethra. Okay, those who have selected urethra, they all are correct. Next question we have, which of the following would tend to increase urine production? And your options are number 1, increased activity levels, number 2, increased body temperature, number 3, decreased water consumption, number 4, increased water consumption. This is a common sense question. The question is asking which of the following would tend to increase urine production, right? How urine production can be increased? When there will be increased intake of liquids or water. So the correct answer for this question will be what? Increased water consumption or increased fluid consumption. Okay. Next question. Primary urine is equal to blood in chemical composition except the presence of. Okay. Your options are number one, blood cells, number two, plasma, number three, water, number four, urea. Primary urine is equal to blood in chemical composition except the presence of blood cells, plasma, water, or urea. The correct answer for this question will be blood cells. Okay, option number one is the right answer, students. Okay, those who have selected option one, they all are correct. Okay, next question we have the part of the renal tubule that maintains a proper concentration and pH of the urine. And your options are proximal convoluted tubule or PCT, loop of Henle, distal convoluted tubule, or collecting duct. So which part of the renal tubule maintains proper concentration and pH of the urine, students? That is distal convoluted tubule. Okay, DCT will be the right answer. Moving ahead, ultrafiltration of blood occurs in, and your options are number one, glomerulus, number two, pelvis, number three, proximal convoluted tubule, number four, loop of Henle. Which one will be the right answer? The correct answer for this question will be glomerulus. Okay, those who have selected glomerulus, they all are right. Next question. Tubular secretion ensures removal of all the waste products from the blood like urea, uric acid, creatinine, salt ions like potassium, sodium, and hydrogen ions, or all the above. Tubular secretion. We are talking about tubular secretion, students. Focus on the question also while you are answering. Okay. Due to these small things, we mark the wrong answers in spite of knowing the answer. Okay. So here we are talking about tubular secretion. So the correct answer will be all the above. Okay. In tubular secretion, all these products are concentrated, removed. Next question. Concentration of urine in the collecting tubes takes place in the presence of vasopressin, insulin, aldosterone, or adrenaline. Concentration of urine in the collecting tubes takes place in the presence of vasopressin, insulin, aldosterone, or adrenaline. Which one will be the right answer, students? Yes, the correct answer is option number one, vasopressin. Okay. Those who have selected vasopressin, they all are correct. Next question. The storage capacity of urinary bladder is, and your options are number one, 300 to 700 ml, number two, 300 to 800 ml, number four, 400 to 700 ml, or number three is 400 to 700 ml, number four, 300 to 600 ml. Yes, students, quickly write your answers. Oh my God, there are so many responses. Great, great. The correct answer is option 2. Okay, those who have selected option 2, they are right. 300 to 800 ml is the storage capacity of urinary bladder. All right, next question. The total amount of urine excreted per day is about 1 to 1.5 to 1.7 liters, 1.6 to 1.8 liters, 1.4 to 1.6 liters, or 1.3 to 1.5 liters. What will be the correct answer? These questions are very important, students. Make sure you keep a note of all these questions. These are very, very important questions. Okay. All right. The correct answer for this question will be option number 2, 1.6 to 1.8 liters. Okay. All right, students, let's move to the next question. In dialyzing fluid, these substances are absent. Okay. Your options are number 1, nitrogenous wastes, number 2, salts, number 3, proteins, number 4, sugar. Hurry up, students. In dialyzing fluid, these substances are absent. Nitrogenous waste, salt, proteins, or sugars. The correct answer for this question is number 1, nitrogenous waste. Okay. Next question. Flame cells are excretory organs in. And your options are number 1, annelids and arthropods. Number 2, platyhelminths. Number 3, mollusca. Number 4, echinodermata. Flame cells are excretory organs in annelids, arthropods, platyhelminths, mollusk, or echinodermata. The correct answer will be option 2, platyhelminths. Okay, those who have selected option 2, they all are right. Well done. All right, students, that's all for today's bio class. Okay, I hope you have understood and you all have enjoyed the class.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, okay. All right, students, now we are done with bio class and we have the upcoming session along with the Gayatri ma'am. Thank you so much, students.
Thank you, ma'am. Yes. Very good evening, students. Hope you all are doing great and you would have gained much knowledge in bio session. So coming back to accounts, yesterday's continuation sums. There are few more sums that has to be done in heights and distances. So let us finish it. All right. So the first sum is from a point 30 meter from the foot of a tower, the angle of elevation of the top is 30°. Then the height of the tower is dash. All right. So it's a very interesting question indeed. So let me repeat the question. From a point 30 meter from the foot of a tower, the angle of elevation of the top is 30°. Then the height of the tower is dash. So four option is given: 10 meter, 10 root 3 meter, 15 meter, and 19 meter. All right, let's see the answer. So you can see the figure here. So AC is the height of the tower. That is what we are supposed to find out. So we have tan 30 degree. So what is tan? Opposite side by adjacent side. So here opposite is height by adjacent. Here they say from a point 30 meter from the foot of a tower, isn't it? So adjacent side would be 30 meter. So what is tan 30? It's nothing but 1 by root 3, which is equal to height by 30. Therefore, h is equal to 10 root 3. All right? Yes. All right. Let's move on to the next sum. A flagpole 4 meter tall casts a 6 meter shadow. At the same point, nearby building casts a shadow of 24 meter. Then the height of the building is dash. All right. So four options are given: 16 meter, 20 meter, 24 meter, 18 meter. Okay. So 15 seconds to 20 seconds you can just take to get an idea of the sum, so that you will know how, I mean, how the figure has to be done, and how the sum has to be solved. All right. So hope you would have got a good idea, and many of you would have started doing it also. Let's see the answer. Right. So here height is height into shadow. Right. So what is height? H1 by H2 is equal to what is shadow? S1 by S2. So what is height here? A flagpole 4 meter tall. So that is H1. So we don't know what is H2. Shadow S1. So at the same time, nearby building casts a shadow of 24. Right? So nearby is not S1, it is S2. Right? So nearby building casts a shadow of 24. And before that, we have a 4 meter tall, and that is casting a shadow of 6 meter. So H1 by H2 is equal to S1 by S2. H1 is 4, H2 is what we have to find out. S1, so H1 casts a shadow of 6 meter, S2 casts a shadow of 24 meter. So just cross multiply it. 4 into 24 is equal to 6 into H2, whereby H2 gives 4 into 24 by 6, which is 16 meters. All right? Yes. So see the next question. A boy observes the top of an electric pole at an angle of elevation of 60 degree when the observation point is 8 meter away from the foot of the pole. Then the height of the pole is dash. All right. See the question. A boy is observing the electric pole, and where is he observing? The top, and the elevation is 60 degree. Right. So when the observation point is 8 meter away from the foot of the pole, then you are supposed to find out the height of the pole. Right? You can see it's so clear. So the triangle is here. Okay. So we have a height. All right. So what is a height here? It is the height is the one that we need to find out, and the elevation is 60 degree. Okay. Right. The elevation is 60 degree. So when the observation point is 8 meters, right? So tan 60 is nothing but it is opposite side by adjacent side. So opposite side is height by h by 8. So what is tan 60? It is root 3. So root 3 is equal to h by 8, whereby h is equal to 8 into root 3. All right. So that is the answer, option 2. Right? All right. See the next question. Yeah. So a ladder of 19 meter is leaning to a wall, making an angle of 60 degree with the ground. The distance, once again, yeah, sorry, one more sum got missed. From a ship masthead, 150 feet high, the angle of depression of a boat is observed to be 45 degree. Its distance from the ship is dash. All right, so is it 150 feet? 75 feet, 150 root 3 feet, or 150 by root 3 feet. All right. So let's see the solution. So from you would have seen in the properties of triangle, right? What angle B is 45. That is angle of depression. 45 degrees angle B, right? So that is theta. So anything opposite to the theta is the opposite side. So it is tan 45. Tan 45 is nothing but opposite side by adjacent side. We are assuming BC to be the adjacent, which is x. So tan 45 is 1 is equal to 150 by x. When you cross multiply, you get the value of x as 150 feet. All right. All right. See the next question. A ladder of 19 meter is leaning to a wall, making an angle of 60 degrees with the ground. The distance from the foot of the wall to the foot of the ladder is dash. Okay, just a second. Okay, the distance from the foot of the wall to the foot of the ladder is 18 meter, 19 meter, 9 meter, or 9.5 meter. All right, so let's see here. You can see the triangle. All right, so 60 degrees is angle, and here cos 60 is nothing but adjacent side by opposite side. So the adjacent side is assumed to be x. That is what we are supposed to find out by the hypotenuse. Adjacent side by hypotenuse. So x by 19 is equal to cos 60 is half. So x by 19 is equal to half. When you cross multiply, we get x is equal to 19 by 2, which is 9.5. That is why option 4 is correct. All right. Two towers, height h1 and h2, subtend angle 60 degrees and 30 degrees respectively at the midpoint of the line joining their feet. Then what is h1 is to h2? All right. So if you see here, tan 60 is h1 by x, which is equal to, what is tan 60? It is nothing but root 3. Okay. So we don't know h1. So h1 by x. So now when we cross multiply, we get the value of h1 to be root 3x. So what is that is tan 60. Tan 30 is h2 by x. So what is tan 30? It's nothing but 1 by root 3 is equal to h2 by x. When you cross multiply, we get the value of h2 as x by root 3. So root 3 is to 1 by root 3. Right? So in other words, it's 3 is to 1. All right. The next question, if A and B are supplementary angles, then what is A plus B? It's a very simple question. It is nothing but 180 degrees. Okay. All right. See the next question. A man goes 24 meter due west and then 7 meter due north. How far is he from the starting point? Right. A very interesting question, isn't it? So from the starting point, how far he has moved. So when he moves, he goes 24 meter due west. Okay, then 7 meter due north. So how far is he from the starting point? So you can just see here very clearly. So from the starting point O, he goes 24 meter west. Okay, so here you can see, and then 7 meters north. So you can use this as a right angle triangle. So O be the starting point. So when you want OB square, it is nothing but BA square plus OA square. Again, Pythagoras theorem can be used. So 7 square plus 24 square. In other words, the hypotenuse, okay, or the distance is 25 meters. All right, and this question was asked in 2015. So supposed to be a very important question as well. All right, students. So with this, the heights and distances questions are done. So hope you all would have understood this chapter. You can start again working out with the sums that was discussed yesterday and today. And any doubts, always WhatsApp us to our WhatsApp number 733-728-5228, and all informations. For any more informations, do keep in touch with us by sending messages in the WhatsApp. Uh, do not forget to subscribe to our channel, Jatadhara Educational Technology, and tell about our classes to your friends, teachers, friends, your neighbors, relatives, so that they can also join and get benefited by it. All right, over to Chandrika ma'am for any further announcements.
You, ma'am. Thank you, students. సో మీకు ఏమైనా డౌట్స్ ఉంటే 7337285228 నంబర్కి వాట్సాప్ చేయండి. మీ ఫ్రెండ్స్కి కూడా ఈ క్లాసెస్ గురించి షేర్ చేయండి. అండ్ క్లాసెస్ రెగ్యులర్గా అటెండ్ అవ్వండి. టీచర్స్ ఏవైతే చెప్తున్నారో ఒక బుక్ పెన్ దగ్గర పెట్టుకునే క్లాస్ వినండి. వాళ్ళు ఏం చెప్తున్నారో ప్రతి ఒక్కటి నోట్ చేసుకోండి. ఓకే, సో అగైన్ వి విల్ మీట్ టుమారో విత్ న్యూ కాన్సెప్ట్. అండ్ ఎవరైతే గ్రూప్స్లో లేరో 7337285228 నంబర్కి ఎస్ఎస్సి స్పేస్ మీ డిస్ట్రిక్ట్ పంపిస్తే మేము లింక్ పంపిస్తాం. ఓకే, బాయ్ ఎవ్రీవన్ స్టూడెంట్స్. Subscribe to our channel Jatadhara Educational Technology.